would be on the north side of the park. That's where I got out and started looking to the park.
Is that this park, the center of
Canyon
town
Park?
park, Canyon,
Yeah.
where the big canyon
Yeah.
is? Okay. So between DNS and there, other than driving, did you get out of your vehicle at any point?
I don't think till I got to the park.
Okay, but you saw a bike.
Right, I did see a bike.
Okay, did you make any calls about that bike?
I don't know. You have to check with Donker on that. I don't know if I actually called him at the time or told him later.
Okay. But he didn't come there.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Did you guys ever go back and check that?
No.
Can you tell me again where that was? Because I don't know these places you're
Yeah,
going to. I'm not from here.
I know. How would I explain this to you? Well, okay, we're at the police station. That little Falcon Mart. I think it's a white building.
Mm-hmm.
Be right behind that. And there's that one-way street.
Okay.
Okay, so it was in between, I believe, the house and the Falcon Mart.
Okay.
But we never did go back and check them.
Let me ask you this: you ended up. Well, now I'll jump ahead.
Okay.
You ended up finding her in the bike.
Right.
Was it one and the same? Was it the same bike?
I don't know. I didn't get a close look at the other bike.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. At the one by
Right.
Falcon. Right. So you don't know if that. I mean, could she have been right there? You know.
I don't know. And then, we never checked the bike, and I mean, I guess afterwards I should have followed up on it, see if that bike belonged to somebody there,
I mean, I'm just wondering if she just happened. Is there a place where people would live right there where she
I
could
think
be?
I don't know. I don't know who her friends are. I don't know. I think that's an apartment back in there.
I'm just wondering if maybe you saw the right bike and then it got dumped later. I mean, you couldn't describe
No,
one way or another.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I see what you're saying.
If you obviously saw the bike when it was found,
Right.
right? But there'd be no way for you to say that.
That was the same bike? No.
No.
No, there's no way.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you're at Cannon Park now, and you're just driving around between DNS and Cannon Park around the way you described.
Yeah.
And then
Stopped at the park.
you're at the north end of the
Mhm.
park on a side street.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that street is? It's like 4th or 5th or something.
Fourth, I believe.
Okay. Okay, and then now
I get out of the truck there.
Okay.
And I go into the park, look around, check out near the slides, check out near the, what do you call them things that spin?
Merry-go-round.
Checked around there. Couldn't tell you how long I was there. Walked back to my truck, got back to my truck, pulled out on the highway, headed south. That's when I seen the police car to my right. That would be, I think it goes up to 5th Street, I believe. Maybe 5th Street, I'm sure. So I went to the,
Was it Donker?
I'm guessing so, it had been.
Was it Constantine car?
Yeah, it had been Donker, because then I went around the block, came up on the south side of the park, pulled over, and then that's when me and Donker met. That's where the gun thing came in, and that's where I got the flashlight.
Okay. When you see the police car, is it rolling? I mean, is it going down the road?
It's moving.
Okay. And does he stop for you, or does he stop somewhere else and you just drive up on him? I mean, how do
He
you
came up on me at the park, I believe. I'm thinking right.
Okay.
Or I don't know if it was about the same time or something, but I remember we pulled over and he come up to me.
Okay. And then this is a conversation about the gun,
Yeah.
and you get a flashlight from him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he must have had an extra one with him, or did he give you his?
I don't know if it was his or he had an
Okay.
extra. Or,
Do you recall what conversation took place there, as far as what he knew or what you knew?
I don't remember. I don't. conversation we had, I just know what's about to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not much about
Much,
where you had been, where you had already looked, tried to devise a
I
plan,
think
or
so.
did you tell him about the bike?
I don't know if it was there I told him or somewhere after that or when we hooked up or
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. All the places that you've been up to that point, you didn't have any light assistance.
Mhm.
You're just free searching, right?
Mhm.
Is it dark?
At that time, I think it was.
I mean, are you able
Yeah, I mean, I could see with the street lights and stuff, but I'm sure
Right.
it's dark.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you meet up with Donker, and as far as any conversation goes, you don't
I don't
remember.
remember.
And then what?
After we separated, I went back south on 131, went to the dollar store. Stopped there, seen two cars in the parking lot. Went up, I believe I got out of the vehicle, went up to the window, seeing if I could see somebody. Couldn't see anybody. I drove around the building, checking, and then I went through the baseball fields, checking. I got out near the Rocket football fields where we practice. Got out there, looked around for a little bit, and there, I believe me and Donker, whether he called me, I'm sure he called me. I think. I just know we were talking then.
Okay.
Whether he called, we called a couple times there.
Well, you're by the football fields, you're saying?
I think so.
Okay.
That's when he told me to meet him down at, there's a place called Tumble Down. There's a path that leads back there. That's when he told me to go down and meet him there. Which he wasn't there.
Okay.
Okay. I continued leaving there. At the time, it was supposed to be a new football field. I'm shining my light over there on the, near baseball fields and stuff. There's a back road from there. I don't know the name of it. It kind of goes behind apartments and school. There's east side school. Shine my lights through there. I stopped, get out. There's a wooded area behind the apartments. Just checking there real quick. Kept going, checked east side behind east side, shining, just back and forth, shining. From there, went straight, I think now, all the way to the stop sign. There's a plastic company, a corner.
So you're at the stop sign of Florence and that back road?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, went across, I think, it goes, I don't know if it zigzags a little or goes right across.
It doesn't go straight across.
Okay, zigzags a little.
Mm-hmm.
I just know it's right next to the plastic company. I went down that and headed, it's like a curve,
Mm-hmm.
and went straight down where the Tumble Dam path is. And he wasn't there, and then I think I called him then and asked him where he was at. And he said he was at the PD, so I went back to the PD. And that's where I think we hooked up. I can't remember. I think get the police car right away, or I know he was on the phone through that night a few times. We went to DNS. I guess at that time he had a picture, I believe. He showed it to whoever was working at the time. They weren't working earlier, I guess. We went out 131, be north, like you're heading to Threers.
Was it the same people that were there when you were there?
When we went back,
Yep.
me and Donker?
Yep.
No, I don't think so. I know earlier it was a heavier set lady that I talked to.
Okay.
I really don't remember who was there when me and Donker went.
Did Donker know that you had been there already?
Yeah, I think through their phone conversations, I told them I was
Okay.
going there, I believe.
Okay.
From there we went south or north to, I guess the lady worked there or manages it or whatever she does. We went out there, talked to her and her husband for a little while. Left there
Just to
Okay.
stop you for a second, you're with him now in
Yeah.
his police car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, left there. See, this was, I don't remember all the places we went, but I know at one time, I don't know if it was exactly when we were coming back, the gas station on the north side of this bridge, on the right-hand side, if we're coming back south, we stopped there. I think we took the picture in there. I walked around the building with my flashlight, checking around. From there, I don't know if we went back to the PD directly, because I know this could be another night too. I mean, I'm working on duty. I thought we got gas, and that might even been before I think we got gas. I'm not 100% sure now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was another night, or I think we were in the trailer park. I don't know if that rings a bell, or
Okay.
I think. I mean, and then, you know, these nights working together it bleeds in, and but I think it was the same night. I think where we're at now. I guess back at the PD.
During the time that before you double up with him, when you're searching on your own, do you run across anybody else looking?
I'm not sure. I don't know if I actually ran across someone else's path that was looking, or...
Because I'm thinking about this time, there's a lot of people
Yeah.
out driving around.
You know, I mean, I'm sure there's vehicles out everywhere, but I don't know if I ever came across, I actually talked to somebody.
I mean, did you see anybody else with like lights or shining or anything like
Not that
that?
I can remember. You know, I'm sure there's 100 people
See,
out
because the
looking.
problem is that tips,
Mhm.
people are calling on each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
People are calling on you,
right.
and although you didn't call on you didn't see anything suspicious whatsoever.
Mhm.
Or anybody driving slow, or anybody shining lights, or
Yeah, I guess it just never came across my mind, you know.
Mhm.
I'm out looking, you know. I'm sure there's many others out
Right,
looking, you know.
right.
And during that time, I don't know if me and my sister was on the phone during that time. I know we were again later. I'll get up to that point when you're ready to get up.
Okay.
But I think we're at the PD, and
After you returned. Is this after
we're
you
Donker.
after you returned with going to the lady's house?
Lady's house.
And think maybe you got gas, maybe trailer park, whatever.
See, yeah, I don't know what sequence. I don't know if we came back to the PD first, and that was maybe the time that Donker decided to get an Amber Alert, and then maybe we went back out. I'm not sure, you know.
Okay.
That's something you have to get with Donker on.
Okay. All right. Okay, so at least at some point you're back here at the police department, and
Mhm.
you again continue to search on your own,
Right,
away from him.
right. I guess it was some other people came down to the PD. He was busy with them. I remember telling Donker, I'm gonna go to my mom's sister's house. I went there, and that's when I went down the alley, flashing back and forth, seeing the bike. So that's when I got him and called him again.
You saw them down here? The mother?
Not back here yet.
No.
That was actually at the PD.
Right here, right
Right.
at the police department.
Yeah.
That's before you left Donker.
Right.
Okay.
I believe, yeah.
Okay. Do you believe or do you know?
Well, I know I seen him here.
After you and Donker had returned,
Right.
you saw the mother here
Right.
with some other people.
Some other people.
Okay.
I mean, I had family members, whoever they were.
Okay. And they were still here when you left.
Yeah, because they came down to the spot where
Where
I
you
found
found
the
the
bike.
Okay.
After I called Donker, I searched my mom's yard, front and back, and then they came. I parked my truck. The Donker came. We went and checked out the bike real good, and
What made you call about that bike?
because I must have had the description by then. I'm trying to think. Somewhere in there we got the description. I don't know when.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
somewhere in there we got it. A bike laying there, odd place, you know.
What was the description? Do you remember?
Oh man, I'm trying to remember this now. God, I'm thinking silver bike.
Was this bike silver?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
But you could tell it's been there a while.
Okay.
From there, my sister's kid, Steven, he was with somebody else. I guess, I was parked in the way where he can get out. They were wanting to go somewhere. So that's, from there, I never really draw my brain. Did we go back to the PD?
This is why you're at your sister's, or your mom's, I don't know what you call it.
Mom's sister's,
Okay,
yeah.
whichever. While you're parked there, Steve is trying to leave and he can't.
Yeah.
Is
because I'm
he
watching
aware that Jodi is missing at this time?
I'm sure they are. I mean,
Okay.
that's where we got our information, the sister. And I don't know who he's with. I know he's asked me to move my truck. They left. I don't know where they went.
Okay. Okay. So everybody shows back up to look at this bike that you found, and you guys realize that it wasn't the one.
Right.
Yeah, because it had been there for a while.
Grass was growing through the spokes and stuff.
Okay. And then what happens? And by the way, what time do you think this is now?
Oh Lord. I don't know. Oh. I don't know.
You got 2.5 hours, okay?
Yeah.
From the time she's at your house until the time the body is discovered.
Well, I don't know what time it is. I'm sure, hopefully you can get the phone records. It'd be nice if you get the conversations. God, I don't know. This something never dawned on me. Check time, why?
Mm-hmm.
I think from after there, we went back down to PD, I believe.
Everybody?
I think so.
Okay. What kind of car was the mother in?
It's a white car. I don't know what kind of car it was. I believe it was a 4-door. I believe. I couldn't tell you the year, but I never what it was.
Make, model, nothing?
No.
Who was she with?
About that time, I was getting to the time almost back here. Jog my memory. Some of them I don't know their names. Her, the 2 boys, which I don't know if the boys were hers, teenagers. 2 girls. And according to her, she said it was her cousin in the back seat. But that's what she's telling now. But what she told me, it was a neighbor kid. So
You guys communicate?
yeah.
Okay. How do you know her?
Years ago. I think you see my brother. Years ago.
Are you referring to
Teenage kids, the 2 boys.
do you know whose boys they
I
are?
don't know if they're hers or
Hers being
the mother.
okay. Would you know them if you saw them?
You mean just if none of this would have happened? Would I just
Then.
know then? I don't know who her boys really are. I
I'm just
don't.
wondering.
I could just kind
That's
of.
different than what I was told. That's why I'm wondering if they're her boys or if we're talking about some other people.
I don't know.
You've seen her son since then?
I see a blonde-haired kid walking up down the town. I don't know if that's the same one. I didn't really pay much detail to them. I just knew they looked like teenagers,
Okay.
kind of tall, slender.
Okay. Who? Where this bike is in the alley? Is it in the alley?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not really. It's off the side of the grass.
Okay. Donker comes down. Who's there with you when you find this bike?
I'm by myself.
Okay. Who arrives to inspect it with you? Donker?
Yeah.
The mother?
I believe so.
Who else?
Tall kid, black hair. I think he was the one that said, yeah, that's the bike. You know, that we realized it wasn't.
Okay. Tall kid with black hair.
I believe so.
Okay.
I don't know who else was it. I don't know if the two girls were that group at the time. You know, I'm not 100% sure.
The other one?
No, I don't know if I remember. The band.
Would you know her if you saw her?
I think that was the first time I've seen her in years.
When?
Sabrina.
What was the
That
first
night,
time?
I believe.
Okay.
She looked every day in the way. I think she had purple hair back the day when she was dating my brother.
Wow.
Scary.
Crazy, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. But when you're ready, I'll take you through that whole scenario down there.
Okay. Down where?
Down behind the police department.
Okay. I'm almost there.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out who's with this group of people that show up to.
See, I don't know if it would be the exact same group that was behind the police department or not, you know.
How many people showed up?
It was a pretty little group. I mean, I don't know the numbers.
How many cars showed up?
Down there,
Mhm.
a police car, and I believe Joe's car,
Okay.
as far as I know.
Okay. But there was definitely a male teenage boy or two with her then.
I believe so.
Okay. Okay, so that's not the bike. Then
Right.
now where are we going?
I think we went back to PD. I believe everybody did. I know Docker had questions, I guess. He was on the phone, I believe, again. I think that's when I told Docker, I said, I'm going to go check the boardwalk area. So I went down there, checked near the river, went through the whole boardwalk, flashlight, which was kind of freaky. It's dark. Came all the way through. I don't know if you guys have been there yet.
Down the boardwalk?
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to see where we're located, which
I know where it's
I
at.
don't know, man. We're mixed up right now. But anyways, I come out the other end, which would be on the east side. Came up there, and I know there's some bush and stuff, shining light, shining near park area. I think I actually went into like a skate park. That part, I think I looked too. Once I realized and I looked up, started walking, I guess I realized somewhere at that point I seen two vehicles side by side. As I looked, I can remember two teenagers were behind the white car, two girls was up further, mother was near the hole, roughly in between the car and the hole. Let me make sure I got the right people. Enough people here. Two boys,
They were in a car by themselves?
two girls.
The two boys. You see two cars, right?
Right.
Can you just
Everybody
write
was
down?
out.
No, everyone was out of the car?
Yeah, well, except where the kid was, in
Okay.
the back seat.
Okay.
The other car I think was like a Firebird Camaro,
Okay.
something like that.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I'm walking up, I think that's when my sister called me, and I remember telling her, I said, I don't remember all exactly what I said, but I said, as I'm walking up, I say, I think I see the mother. I remember my sister saying they checked the schools. There's a name here, I'd have to look it up. Girl already checked the cemetery, and I think that's what stuck in my mind about cemetery, checking it again, because that's the way I am. You know, after the cemetery, I would check the schools again. Christy Person or something like that. Pearson.
Okay.
My sister said she already checked the cemetery. At point as I'm walking up, really don't know what I'm thinking. It just seemed weird. Who are these people? I figure, okay, somebody, you know, as I was going first before my sister, I'm thinking, well, maybe people looking. Okay. Well, when I got closer, I told him this. Ended up hanging up, I guess, and walking. Okay, like I said, the two boys there, two girls were there. And I guess time we started to get closer, people were moving around. Should I get up and stand and go through this, or I don't know what makes it easier for me. Okay, and then I had my flashlight, white car. The other car was next to it. I remember just walking by, just glancing real quick. You know, struck me weird, I guess. There's some. It just struck me weird. So after I get,
What did?
it just, everybody's out. Okay, one kid there in the car, because it made me keep checking back. Okay, I'll get to that.
Are you referring to the
Whoever's in the car.
Firebird?
No,
the other car.
No, white car.
Okay.
Kid was in the white car.
Okay.
I know I passed the car. Quick glance. I go, oh, good, you found her. Thinking, okay, it was a blonde-haired kid. You know, thinking, okay. And she goes, no, it was a neighbor kid. Why I didn't double check again. I kicked myself in the ass for that one. I kept going. Went over to the mother. She was close to the hole. And I remember talking to her for a little bit. Can't even remember the conversation. Two girls came over to me. There was Sabrina and the two girls. The mother was back here at the time. And I remember, don't know what kept drawing me to the car, but it did. I'm going to get back, talking a little bit. Looking back as I was doing that. So, I do remember that. And then all of a sudden the mother came around. They're a perfect line. That's what kind of gets me too, like, they don't want me to see something. That's the feeling I got. So I started going around them. Two guys were in their car at the time, teenagers. They come up to me quick. And that's when I started asking them about the better description of the bike. But every once in a while I'd shine at the car. And couldn't see the kid's face. I believe the kid was more to the left side. Not all the way to the left, but I mean, if you had to divide it a little to the left. And the whole time, the kid did not move. And that's what haunts my ass till today. The kid would be moving. I don't care whose kid it is. That kid's going to be curious, want to know what's going on, come to the window. That kid did not move one iota. Even shining with a flashlight, the kid did not move. And that's what haunts my ass. And I got questions about that, and I'd like to ask you, because I think I fucked up. Do my job. I didn't do it right. And I don't want to blame anybody, because I know what it's like. You know, we've gone through hell. You know, we've worried about our kids. We've lived in fear, afraid something's going to happen to our kids now. You know, we've got letters sent to us, which I guess they found out was sent them. You know, to me it felt like a threat. I don't know if you heard about these letters. Okay. You know, my wife's talked about this. She at first didn't believe me, I guess. You know, she didn't go, you sure what you saw? I kept telling her, yeah. To me, in my heart, unless you know something different, I swear it was her. I can't prove it, because I'm a dumbass and didn't go back and...
Why is that?
I don't know. Was I scared?
You're looking for her.
I know. But I don't know, as I passed the car, did I see something that just scared me? The whole situation down there just scared me. And I just, you know, that's why it bothers me so bad. It bothers me. The question I'm going to ask you is, do you know for sure who that kid was in the back of that car? Do you guys know?
No.
Has anybody brought that kid forward? The kid they say it was supposed to be?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
I'd like to see that kid again. One they're saying it is. Just get a visual and see if anything jogs my mind. You know, I'd really like to see that. And here's the thing: is me. When Vidal got the information, he showed her video. My whole conversation of that, from what I hear. And damn, it's all over on Facebook or whatever that's called, you know. And to me, I'm thinking, that's the last person. Hopefully they got that other group together first and asked them questions. I don't know if they did or didn't.
Did you tell anyone about this?
About
The girl?
I don't think I did at the time. I don't. And I know it's not in my report. You know, I couldn't remember if I said something about Palmer a long time ago, or or is it something, it came,
Palmer.
He's a detective in Centerville.
Oh, Lonnie.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was the only one true to be decent in this whole thing. I respect that. I don't know if it's something, I have to get with my wife on this. I remember one day the mother came by the house. I don't know if that what jogged my memory, you know, and just thought about all that, and everything started coming back to me, you know. My heart and soul thinks it was her. I hope I'm proven wrong by you guys. I hope I am. But to me, something don't seem right. And then it's, to me, it's like, man, that means everybody's involved. That group's all involved. They know something. And part of me, I want to help you guys so much. And I've been wired before, drug deals. I'd like to get them, maybe them two girls, and they either, you know, the whole good cop, bad cop thing, and see if we can get a confession out on one of them. I really would, you know. You know, I'm thinking, I want to be proven that, so I can rest easier and get that out of my mind at least. I want to know who that kid was. I want to know. You know, and in the past,
That's huge, you know that?
it's very huge. Because, you know, I kept telling my wife, I said, if I'm right on this, somebody better give me the key to the city or
I
something.
mean,
Apologize.
you're pretty much saying that you're really confident that that was
My heart tells me, but I don't want to be, if I'm wrong,
I mean,
I hope I'm wrong actually. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm wrong.
which means you're putting in all of them in the mix.
That's a big thing to say. Yeah, you're right. And it scares me. It scares me to death.
Would you be able to testify to that?
I'd have to. It was my job.
Would you be able to say, if somebody asked you, you know, are you certain that that was her?
Am I 100% certain? They're going to ask that. My heart tells me it was. But I know what it's like to get blamed, you know? It scares me. But my heart and soul tells me, just because of the way everything lined up down there, you know, them kind of blocking me off, Sabrina kept looking back, the boys rushing up to me real quick when I came over, my heart tells me that was her. It really does. If I'm wrong, I guess, I take it two ways. I'm glad I'm wrong, if that's the case.
Did you get a chance to look in that car when you're at the bike?
Look at the car.
Did you
At
get
the
a-
cemetery?
No, when you're up with this bike, up in the alley.
No, I didn't get a chance to look at the car. No, I didn't.
She would have had to have been in there then also,
I don't know.
because you came directly back. Oh, you went to the boardwalk.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long they were down there. I hope I'm wrong, but I want to know who the kid was.
I hope you're not wrong. I'd like to be able to.
Well, I see what you're saying. Well, that's one hell of a thing. If I'm right, somebody better be apologizing to me. I want to apologize anyway. I mean, I want to be apologized to anyways by this department. I did my job that night. Did what I was supposed to do.
Well, Ray, with all due respect,
I didn't do it down there, and that's what I told you. That's why it haunts me. Because I don't know, something scared me. I seen something that, and I just froze up. You know, I guess shit happened. You know, but I don't know. That's what it made me. I told my wife, it just makes me sick every time I see her on TV, thinking, oh God, she is responsible for putting her here. You know, I've always had mixed feelings this whole time. You know, they did things in the park. I never went down to it. My wife, I never went down there because the feelings I had towards that. You know, her thinking this family was involved with it. But you know, I mean, me and my wife talk. I'm gonna trust you. I have no reason not to trust you. And they did me wrong, but I guess they were doing their job too. You know, I respect that. But I did my job too, not to the fullest, obvious. But my heart and soul, I think.
Well, I gotta just say, and I guess this is gonna have to be part of the trust factor with me. But Ray, I don't think you can stand on that box and say that you did your job.
I know.
So I mean, if you see somebody that you think is her, and you're looking for her, and you don't act upon that at all,
you're right. You're exactly
then
right.
That is a failure.
That is.
I mean, I gotta call it like I said.
Right. Yeah, I failed my mission, my job. You're right. I did. Because if that really was her, I did not do my job. You know? You're 100% right.
From me outside looking, I'm not there. I'm not going
Right.
through the motions, looking and tied into it the way you are.
Right.
I'm on the outside looking in. So
I failed. You're right.
Excuse me for being somewhat judgmental, but
it is what it is. You're right. I failed. Like that was really her, but I want to know who it was. I do, so I can rest a little bit easier. If they prove who it was, so be it.
how many people piled back in that car?
I don't know. I walked the police department before they took off, I believe.
Okay. Well, it is what it is, like you said. We can't go back in time.
No, I can't, Believe me, if I could go back in time. At least that.
What would you do different?
Well, search the damn car, I would have searched the damn car. I would have found out at least who the hell was in the back seat, But that's something I gotta live with now the rest of my life.
Well, I think it's time that we maybe put some people on the hot seat in regards to that, because I don't think that's really ever been explored too much.
I don't know. Nobody lets me know anything. Even mother gets to know everything,
Right.
Yeah, I think it really needs to be explored more. I have no idea how you guys do it, You get them separate or whatever and see if their stories match up. And, you can even say, hey, who was the two kids in the back seat of the car? See if they say, yeah, there's two or whatever, when really there's only one. And I mean, it's your job, and I respect you for that. But yeah, I believe that needs to be addressed and really gone over. I really do, because I want to know. I want to know who it was.
Who did you say, oh good, you found her, to?
Well, but you found her, yeah, because she's the one that said, no, that's a neighbor kid.
How was she acting then?
At that time, you mean? She didn't seem as the way she was when she first came to our house. I mean, she looked drained as hell when she first came to the house. I don't know. I mean,
You thinking this girl in the back seat of this car is dead?
am I thinking that at the time, or looking back thinking that? Well, she wasn't, or he or she wasn't moving. Put it that way. Was I thinking at the time that this person's dead? Probably not. But after looking back at everything and thinking, after I went to the PD, so okay, let's go check the cemetery. I remember her asking, are you going straight to the cemetery? And I said, no, I gotta check with doctor. It's too weird. Okay, bam, now she's found there. Apparently the cemetery was searched earlier. And bam, from there to there, she's there. To me, that just, if I'm right, well, there you go,
Whose car was that?
The white car? Well, if I'm right on the other one, the other white car pulling in the drive, so I don't know which one white car that is, but I'm sure it was. I couldn't tell you the difference on them, but I'm sure it was her car. But this is the whole, like I said, the whole scenario down there. Just the guys behind the white car, two girls on the side of the door. I just, bad feeling, bad feeling. And like I told you, I said, man, if there's a way to, I don't know, you can get some of the people in. Thing is, you know when you do what you're doing, it's like, do you get them all in at once so they don't start changing their stories, you know, try to get a damn confession and, you know, or prove me wrong. You know? I just don't get why she said it was a neighbor kid and later changes the story it was her cousin. Maybe her neighbor kid was her cousin. I don't know.
How old would you say this kid was?
Quick glance, I don't know, over 10.
So you're saying around the right age?
How old was she?
11?
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm saying. You know, I talked to my sister a little about that too. Yeah, she's the one that actually told me that the mother said it was her cousin. And she kind of described the girl, apparently it was a girl, so she had like, I would say dishwater blonde, brownish look. We'd have to talk to my sister more about that. But the blonde stuck out.
Well, you know what Jodi looks like now. You've
Yeah.
seen her picture
Yeah,
all over the
blonde stuck
newspaper.
out. Yeah.
You're saying yes.
I believe, in my heart, I believe it was her. In my heart, I do. There's not, I can't go back on it. That's what I truly believe. Until they can, you guys do some checking and they really have, it was something else, okay. Sorry. You know? Something tells me different. Something, my gut feeling, it tells me different. It's too coincidental. Found in the cemetery after that.
Okay, so let's get on to it. I definitely have, I definitely appreciate that you would actually kind of make yourself look stupid,
Right.
for lack of a better word, to bring that out. I mean, that says a lot about you.
I'm a dumbass, I guess. Didn't do my job. You're right. I ain't gonna argue.
I don't know what pretty way to say it. I mean, really.
Yeah, that's why I kick myself in the ass every day.
But nonetheless, I commend you for at least being the man enough to say that, you know, some mistakes were made in the work that you did that night. Nonetheless, here we are. You are finished there. What happens next?
I go back to the PD. I let Donker know that we're going up to the cemetery. I leave us parked right here in your parking lot. Went down your alley here. I do not know what street that is at the end. Mill, is it?
Yep.
All the way straight, kept going straight until you hit, like, I think it's called 5 Points. Got out of my vehicle there, searched that little park to the right. I guess it's, years ago, it used to be an old cemetery or something. Turn left on Florence, go down there and turn left. I believe it would be the first drive into the cemetery. I believe I called them, told them what was going on. Flashing my light back and forth. Did not notice the other vehicles yet. Drove a little further. I'm going slow. Didn't hear a noise. During that time, I don't know if I hung up right away with them. Drove a little further. I guess it'd be after the first road which went right. Something screaming. That's when I see everybody running around. I go part way, jump on my truck and run up to them. Seen the mother be on the right hand side, holding the daughter. The bike was on the left hand side. I remember, couldn't believe what I was seeing. Just kind of walk around, got on the phone with the doctor, and as him turn around, he's right there. I'm still on the phone with the doctor when he's there. I know during the night I had to pull her away from the daughter. Doctor asked me to, I believe. He wanted her out of the area. I know I taped off the scene. Somebody gave me some tape, taped the scene off. I know we talked in their trailer. I know I believe one of the firefighters. I had to go back. Doctor asked me to go back and get his notepad or something, notebook or something like that. One of the firefighters took me back in. There was no way I was going to get my vehicle out of there. I went back to PD actually twice. I think he doesn't work here no more. Shoot, I'm having a brain name. The officer doesn't work here anymore.
Mark Shear.
Mark Shear. He came back and got coffee. I think they just, for whatever reason, wanted me out of there. Now I'm looking back at it. I remember before we left, Donker, my set was right next to me, and mother came up, hugged me, and told me, she goes, I can't try to think how she worded it. Something about my son's going to take this hard or something. And we went back to the PD. That's where we got questioned. And,
do you think that they were looking at you as a suspect then?
I don't know. I like to know who pointed the finger at me. I mean,
do you think that they're just asking you questions because you're like, I'm asking you questions?
Well, yeah. I mean, we went in there to give all the information, what we had, to whoever's in the trailer. But I don't know why.
I mean, did they actually say that for some reason you are a person of interest?
I don't know if Donker come up and mention right away, well, hell, you mentioned cemetery earlier. You know, the next thing I know, something must have been said, because next thing I know, I'm getting down here thinking, okay, Detective Lonnie Palmer wanted to talk to me. Hello. I don't know if this is the same room. I don't know. But anyways, he started talking to me, and it didn't even cross my mind. He read me the what is it, Miranda rights or whatever, and I didn't even think none of that. I didn't even give me a second thought. And we were talking just like me and you, giving the events of the night, and all of a sudden he goes, sister, we got someone take pictures, I think he said, of your hands. And he left the room, and I'm looking at I remember looking at my hands, and that's right there, I knew, what the hell, They took pictures of my hands, me, and it's a scary damn thing.
Yeah. Do you suppose that all of that was a result of you making that suggestion?
Making what suggestion?
Just check the cemetery?
I don't know. I had no clue what the hell brought that up.
Because you didn't mention that, but you did suggest that?
I apparently said cemetery earlier when I was a dog riding around them. I kind of remember, because it was after Halloween, and I remember going, ooh, or something like that. Let's check the cemetery.
Oh, like spooky thing?
Yeah, right. And apparently that got blown. I know Donker's from up there. I'm here. He doesn't know me good. I guess I don't know him that well, but and I'm not blaming anybody, but I think Donker got this whole thing going, man. I really like that guy too. I just got some little bad feelings right now. I'm sure it's not we can't work through, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, someday I hope I get my damn job back. But
How long does it take to get from the PD here up Mill Street to 5 Point and then down to the cemetery? By the way you went and by the activities that you did.
how long would it take?
You did it.
Right.
I mean,
Oh, shoot. God.
I mean, that park down there is not very big.
No.
Right? You could pretty much see that from
It wouldn't take long at all, really. I mean,
a couple minutes.
right. I mean, I got on my vehicle there and searched
Mhm.
around a little bit, got back in,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And then,
I mean, they had time to get down there.
did you see anyone in the cemetery come out your way?
Out my way, if I remember. They couldn't come out actually my drive. I think they're small drives.
Right, right. Two cars can't pass in there.
Right.
But you would have been able to see any vehicle coming out the
I don't
Florence
remember.
Road
Right,
side,
right.
wouldn't you?
I don't remember. Somebody came out of there as I was going up there.
Okay. The bike again was, what position was the bike in? The best that you
I know
could
he
remember?
said so many people said it was leaning against a stone. I know that wasn't the thing that was important at the time. I mean, I don't think it was leaning against a stone. I think it was on the ground to the left of it. Remember the guy grabbing it?
When you're saying left,
Okay. Oops. I'm facing the east.
okay?
Okay, stone.
You can names right in front of you, right? The name on the stone.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I really didn't look at the stone. Bike's over here. She's over there with mom.
On one side or the other. Bike over here, body over here.
Right.
Okay. And
Whether she was moved from the mom,
mhm.
I don't know.
And at the time, it's you,
Pulling up, him,
the mother.
mother, whatever group
Who else?
was with her at that time.
How many cars?
If I remember right, looking, I was asked this before too. I had at least 2, 3 cars maybe. You know, 2 or 3.
Were it the same 2 cars that you seen down
Oh,
here?
I couldn't tell. I just remember seeing the lights.
Were you behind them?
No, they would be further east of me. Down a ways. They're actually down a little ways from where it all was.
I'm gonna draw this. Come over. Be easier to go back out there, but I want to get you going because I see this is what happens. It goes longer than.
I got no problem with it.
This run goes all the way through. I think this is one that goes in. I know it does some crazy shit over here. I think that this is your friend's house here. Okay.
This is the road next to it.
And there's a big old fence right here, I think. Anyway, it's on that. Anyway, this road goes up and does some goofiness. This one goes all the way through, and actually, this lane comes all the way across here like this,
Okay.
and I think there's another one here like this.
Okay. Not sure.
But this right here, this being Centerville, right? This being Florence,
Okay.
right? You're describing yourself as being here,
Right.
right? Kind of going slow, shining, right?
You're saying there's another road here.
There is.
Okay. So I guess. Man, if it tune's over here.
My question is, this is what they're telling us, that they are parked here, facing this way.
Hell no. There was cars back here. I don't remember ever seeing a car that close. They were back there. I could see the lights. Couldn't make the cars out, but
They claim to have come up this way, and at least one, and this is the one that discovered it, and they stopped right by it and ran. This is east, right? You with
Yeah,
me?
yep, with you. I don't remember no car there.
Which way is your vehicle facing when you stopped?
Headlights be towards the east.
Headlights towards the east.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm coming up.
So this is almost like your area then, where your vehicle is.
Yeah, I'd be a little ways before the
Okay.
I parked, jumped out, ran up there.
Okay.
I don't remember a car there. I really don't. I know there's cars back here because I can see the lights. Man, I don't remember a car there.
See the lights facing which direction? Towards you?
South.
South?
Yeah. I believe it's south.
This way.
Yeah.
There's another road that comes in here. You got lights here is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. When you ultimately pull up though, you are on this one facing east,
Mhm.
right? And you get up and you walk up there. Okay. Alright. Can you give me 1 second? Because I'm all jacked up on this. I'm going to grab a map or aerial view of the cemetery.
That's fine.
That's got to be better than me trying to.
Alright.
1 second. I just don't know the way the roads were made out by memory. If you could get something.
Good find.
Perfect.
Oh.
Let me see if I can get my shit straight here. Okay, Florence, Centerville.
I'm lost here.
I'm saying this is your friend's house.
So I'm coming this way then?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. This is east.
Okay. Alright.
Yep. I'm wrong. See, my picture's all wrong. There's no road there. Anyway, this is the one that you're saying that you're on,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And
That would have to be
this is terrible. This is terrible. But this is where here.
So is this end right here? Is that where I had to come down there?
If that's the road you're on.
I don't know if there's any. Where's the, right there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, that's deceiving, but it'd have to be. I mean, if that's the only, if there's no other road through here,
Yeah.
you have to get down.
I don't know when this was done, but my memory right now doesn't tell me that this is the way it is. But
So there's cars behind it. Now, is this supposed to be a road?
yeah,
Because I remember the lights pointing south.
there's 3 roads that enter here. Okay,
Okay.
I believe this is terrible, but I believe this one is one that goes in. This one is one that goes in, and so is this one.
Okay. So then these cars could have been there, well, before I was, got there, but when I turned, I noticed them. I don't remember a car here though. I could be wrong, talk to Donker about it, but I don't remember another vehicle ahead of me. I really don't. I know other cars showed up later, scattered everywhere.
Mhm. How long was it before you were able to move your vehicle out of there?
It was quite a while. I don't know what the time period was there.
Was it before or after you ended up here? Did you get a ride down here and stay here and someone else bring your truck back, or did
No, I
you
brought my
drove
truck
your own
back.
truck back?
Yeah.
So when you left the scene, you
Go back to the PD.
you drove your own truck back.
Right. The Donker, we left at the same time.
Okay. All right. It's way past your dinner time. I know you're probably gonna get in trouble. Listen,
I don't know. Hopefully,
this is a very important question.
Okay.
Because what I don't want for you to do is feel embarrassed by it,
Yeah.
or feel like you already said that you fucked up,
Yeah. You don't.
and I'm not going to hold that against you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You're right. I
But here's the important question.
Okay.
And if you missed something that is so explainable, but the importance of this is again in the referencing of all these other people, because like I said, people call and report things, and it could just be a search party person, and we're trying to differentiate that between, at some point somebody put her and that bike in that cemetery.
Exactly.
No question about it,
Yeah.
right?
No doubt.
Now, we don't want to include the people that are searching in that, but it's convoluted by that, because, all these people say, I saw this or I saw that. Well, here's the question. Is there any time prior to you driving in that cemetery at that time that you had been through there and missed her?
Did I go through there before?
Yes.
I know where to buy it in Donker was. Yes, if that was the same night.
I'm talking about your truck.
My truck, no, I don't think so. No.
It's not, and I don't think so.
No.
That's very important, because
No. Because everywhere I looked, nope.
okay. The questioning is in regards to something that is easily explainable. There are people that drove through that cemetery looking for her
Right.
before you. If you did and you just didn't see her, that's okay, Ray.
I don't remember going through there though. I really don't. You
Okay.
know, I mean, there might be some spots I searched and not realized it, and you come to me later, but I don't think I went through there.
Okay. Here, I am trying my best to kind of bring closure to every one of these tips. Okay, to at least say I checked this and I checked, and I can say without any doubt that this happened, and whether or not I believe that there's anything to it or not, I still have to do that.
Right.
I can't overlook something because it could be, it could be something. And you know as well as I do, based on the letters that you've received and all the other bullshit that's happened, that apparently there's some people that have some bad feelings about you related to this case.
I'm sure.
They, some people may have described a vehicle similar to yours as being in there. I'm not going to tell you what this person's tip is or that. I don't even know some of the tipsters, but my thing is that you're not the only one who drives a truck like that.
Right.
But all I can say is that, you know what, I asked the guy about that, and he either wasn't there or he was there, but the only thing I can say about the whether or not your truck was there or not, because I'll just tell you, there are people that say that a vehicle that matched that was seen in that area. Looked like it was going slow and maybe searching. And like I said, you're not the only one that drives a truck like that. But and there are other vehicle descriptions too. There are more people that went through that cemetery than you can even imagine. And just like finding out who the kid is in the back seat of that car, if there is a logical explanation for it, that being a member of the search party looking for this girl as opposed to the person dumping the body,
Right.
then that is completely understandable. And as long as I've fully drilled this into you, that I know you feel bad about not checking that car out more
Right.
thoroughly. I don't want you to feel even worse if you had searched or at least casually driven through and didn't see her. That you're not the only one that did that.
Right. I don't remember going through there. I don't.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay. Can you say with any certainty, one way or another? I mean, because honestly,
now you got me all like, God, I don't know. I don't think I did.
okay, that's
I mean,
fine.
I don't think,
That's fine. That's fine.
Searching
I know
everywhere,
that I have. I've been driving around trying to familiarize myself with this area because I
Right.
don't know it. And when you get to the end of town, this pretty much is the end. There's
Right.
nothing else out here.
Right.
This is kind of the way to drive through and circle back.
Right.
And I've done it hundreds of times. I don't know if that's appropriate or not to do that in a cemetery, but I mean, it's an easy way to get from here to here. But at any rate, I mean, I guess I'm just closing out a couple tips of saying that.
Oh, so they think I dumped her there?
No, nobody said.
Say shit.
No,
I just don't remember if I did go. I remember me and Donker. I think it's the same.
No, you take that all wrong. I don't want that. And my only concern is if we can say that, okay, this vehicle description that this person sees at this time that they believe it is.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I don't know.
Is that you searching or is that somebody else?
Right. I don't remember going through there. I really don't.
That's good. That's fine. That's good.
I don't remember going. I just don't.
But I mean, the only reason I kind of put any more extra focus on that is because I don't want you to feel bad if you did and you drove right past her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I mean, whether or not that would have made any difference, I don't know. But,
You know, I just, God, I pray this thing gets solved, over with. It's a continual hell that we're going through, you know.
this shouldn't be hell right now.
No, it just. No, I know we were talking yesterday. I got the opinion from you that you're not treating me like a suspect. I don't know in your heart you think I am. I mean,
Ray, I've been honest with you the whole time.
Right.
Ray, everyone in this case, everyone in this whole town.
It's a suspect.
I mean, you know what I mean?
I know.
Is there any more focus on you than anyone else?
Okay, put it that way.
No.
Okay.
No. But you can provide the most information about your search routine, because at some point during this, unless she's been there the whole time, she is dumped. You know?
Right.
In your time, your account of things, how it happened, relates to what they say, you know? And when we get the whole big picture, we'll be able to spread it out and say, these people should have run into each other here, or you know what I'm saying? Or if he's saying he's a DNS and so is this person, and they're, well, bullshit, because you would have seen them, you know? So, do I honestly, in my heart, believe that you had anything to do with this case, other than being the good-hearted person and reserve and volunteer time that you do? I do not.
Thank you.
Can I close the door to that?
No.
Completely?
No.
Do I have to remain somewhat objective to the whole thing?
It's your job.
You know, people say shit. You know, do I just say, I'm sorry to put it as bluntly as this, but do I just say, you know, I'm sorry, ma'am or sir, but that's bullshit.
No.
I can't do that. You know, if I have something that some people come to say to me about you, I'm not going to come and tell you what that is, but I want to ask you about it. You know, am I going to go back to them and say, well, you're wrong, or no, it's just going to go away.
Right.
You know, but we can't just say that. I mean, to be honest, completely honest with you, the police officer on duty that night is not ruled out. You with me?
Officer Walker?
Yeah.
It's funny how you say that. Me and my wife talked about that somewhat too. You know, him telling me to meet him at a certain place and he's not there. What's he doing? What's he doing all night? Supposed to be up at boot camp, army camp, where the hell he's supposed to be. And that guy was nuts. You know, but I'm gonna back off because I ain't pointing fingers. I like Donker, believe me.
Right.
You know, me and him
I'm just telling you how it is. I mean, for me to sit here and say yes or no, to me, you don't portray any outward signs to me that you have a problem, something to hide. Okay. You're not here because of that.
No.
You're here because you can provide information. Right. But at the same time, just like Donker, I mean, I can't just close the door to say, oh, there's no fucking way that guy had anything to do with this.
Right. I understand. I completely understand. I know there's questions I'd like to ask you. Maybe I can't think of them right now, but you know, a couple times you told me you're a few people you're really looking into. I know you're not allowed to tell me. I guess I'd like to ask you this. Do you think any, my sister said, any of them could be involved?
Specifics. Don't be vague. Who are you talking about?
Any of her kids. Anybody that hangs out in that house. Do you think, you know, that's crossed my mind. So, man, that would be tragic. Any of them. Thing could have happened.
Yep. Could have.
You know, that's always scared me too. Man, what happens if one of them were involved, you know?
Did you know about it though? Would it have gotten back to you somehow?
I hope so. You know, nothing has. You know, you think you know your family good enough to You know, if I feel, man, if something happened at my mom's house, my sister's, somebody would have called an ambulance, called the cops. You know, that's something you don't mess with. You know, me myself, I can't picture nothing going wrong there. But you never know, you know, family or not. If something would have happened, I would have known, even if it was family, I'm taking them in. I have to, you know. I just question.
You get any bad feelings about any of those people?
No, I just wanted to question it. You know, my sister, I guess, brought something up the other day that I guess they were looking at. They said they were where he was at and his time lapse and everything. You know, and it just caught me funny, I guess.
I'm not going to tell you who I'm focused on or what select group of people that I'm focused on, because there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. But I hope that one day here we can maybe sit down over a beer or something and I can spill my guts to you. But I have to keep the integrity of this thing together.
I hope we can one day. I hope you don't just up and leave and I don't see you and let's sit, drink beer with you and talk to you. And
I'm not doing it in this godforsaken town, okay?
We can go. Yeah. What else? There's something else I wanted to ask you, but I can't just think of it right now. I know you were saying there's a group. I guess in the back of my mind sometimes I wonder, I was thinking about today actually at work, is it somebody I know? Is there anything I can help you with? You know? Or is something that could jar my memory that whatever you're thinking, you know? You see what I'm getting to though? I mean, is it something like long time ago? Oh man, I kind of, you know.
Possibly.
You know, I don't know. I know you can't tell me. Like you said, someday we'll drink a beer when this is solved. And I'm gonna hold you to that, you know.
I'll do it. I will do it.
I'm gonna hold you to that one.
I could go for one right now.
I hear you. You know, our prayers are with you guys. I don't know. I watch the news constantly now, hoping, man, this is the day. This is the day. Being stressed at the same time, worried about my kids at the same time. My wife had to go to work late after that happened, take the kids to school. We were so damn worried about the whole thing, you know. And then we got the letters, Bedell laughed about it, and maybe that's the way I said it. I go, well, I got my neighborhood on high alert, which to me it wasn't funny, because we watch out for each other, you know, and I kind of thought it was funny. I didn't think it was funny. These are my kids, you know. I don't want nothing to happen to them. I don't want nothing to happen to me or my wife, you know. My son's 15 years old now, and I still am worried about him going to school, back and forth. 15. I'm a dad, you know. My other son, he's 10, gonna be 11 soon. Worry about him a lot. You know, he's low. Somebody snap him, you know. And you snap my older son. He's a good sized kid, but some sick people out there.
Is he yours, Zach?
No, he's my stepson.
So
he's like mine.
Sure, but I mean, you're gonna.
I've raised him since he was little, 3, 2. His dad's hardly ever around. It wasn't until I got with her that I kind of pushed the subject a little because he needs to see his dad, you know.
I might hold you to that suggestion that you just had about maybe helping me with some stuff. I got some ideas, but I got to run it by my boss first. And I got to make sure that it's okay to share some of these things with you.
That's fine. And I'm here to help you.
Okay.
It's Brian, not Brian. Brian, I'm here to help you. You know, I want this as bad as you guys do. I want to know. I don't want to go to my grave not knowing what happened to this little girl. I don't want to. I'd like to have my job back, to be honest with you. I love being on the police department. I put my time in. Hell, it felt like when I was at Pigeon, I was full-time there, it felt like it.
You work a lot.
Oh yeah. My thing was I did not want an officer being out there alone. I worked a lot. I didn't feel like another officer should be by himself. It should have happened, you know. So I constantly, you know, I was always working. I had good people working with over there, Burgoyne, and, you know, and I came here and hoping the same thing would work out great. Got, you know, Donker, riding with him, and man, I loved working with him, and you know, I never really got to work with Shear. He was too messed up with something going on in his life, family, or whatever the hell it was. He was just 24/7 stressed about something.
I wanted to ask you about that number. One number that I don't have identified. Yeah. Can I go grab that and bring it over?
Yeah.
Can't get in.
Oh.
Be right back.
Yeah.
Okay, what we're able to do is, which we just did, we don't have all the data back yet, is dump the whole tower.
Okay.
I don't know if that means anything to you or not. But we can dump the whole cell tower for a specific date, and it tells us the activity that hit that tower.
Okay.
And it'll also provide triangulation GPS coordinates to give us an idea, a grid square of where you're in the military, where the phone that was using it was located at the time of the call, or at any time that that phone is actually roaming or pinging off that tower. But these are a couple of numbers that are connected to your phone.
Can I look at my
Yes,
phone?
please. That I do not have identified. No, I have theirs identified.
Okay. I'll just look at it now. Oops.
You know, sometimes
Right here's one. 574.
Okay. Is he just a coworker, friend?
He was my boss.
Okay. That's this top one?
Yeah, hold on, man. Go back to it.
Does anyone still work there?
That when I worked there, I had no clue, man. I got rid of everybody.
Okay.
There could be a Tina with him.
Okay.
She was office lady.
Okay,
She
but this
just
was the
took-
boss, the head guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, it'd almost be easier for you to just like dial it, but don't hit send. It'll, if it's in your contact list, it'll pop up. No, the second one. So you don't have to scroll through your whole
Oh.
phone. You know what I'm saying?
Just do it without.
Hit the.
Oops. Oop. Mhm. Mhm. 389.
Yeah, it must not be in your phone.
I do all mine.
It must not be in your. Must not be in your phone because otherwise it would pop up with the contact at the
Okay.
bottom. So.
Okay.
Okay. So you don't know who this is. Could be somebody not even associated with you. We'll get together one of these nights. And have a beer. Okay? Alright. Sounds good. See what happens when you don't think it's going to take very long?
Why now? I can talk to you all night. I know. I'm sure I missed supper.
Right? Go get one of those greasy hamburgers.